Hi everyone, welcome back to Wilde Reads. My name is Dave. You may have noticed it's time for another Ginwag. Roll the titles. Gorgeous. So it's time for another Ginwag. It's time for a little chatty catch-up video. For those of you that are new, this is, I feel like Ronnie Corbett now in this little chair. So, a couple of new things. If you're new to the channel, welcome. But to explain, a Ginwag is just my name for these little catch-up videos. So we can have a catch-up. These glasses are absolutely filthy. We're going to have a bit of a catch-up. We're going to have a bit of a chat. I've got some notes about various bits and pieces, and I usually do it in the company of a gin and tonic. So chin chin, and let's dive in. Ooh. So the first thing I want to talk about, I want to show you this. So first of all, how are we doing? How are we all doing? This is a new filming location for me. So now we are downstairs in the lounge. We have Lottie, our little Jack Russell stroke corgi, is over there thinking, what's he doing down here with the camera? Because he's usually upstairs talking to himself. So I thought we'd change it up a bit. So this is my other little reading chair, that's very comfy. What do I want to talk to you about first? I want to talk to you about this first. This is a DNA test, and now you may remember from the Scotland vlog recently. It was my birthday. I celebrated my birthday up in Scotland, and as part of my birthday present, Vicky very kindly bought me an Ancestry. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, that was the post. Vicky very kindly bought me an Ancestry DNA kit. Now, so I'm not going to do an unboxing like they do on TechTube. But so basically, I'm very interested in where, and I think it's a very interesting subject, the mix of our DNA and where our DNA comes from. And now, my family, on one side there is ancestral French, and on the other side there's ancestral Irish, and I want to discover what the DNA makeup of me is in percentage terms. So what you do, you send away for one of these kits, and basically you've got to spit in. So it sounds revolting, but you know, this is what you have to do. So you have to spit in to one of these, a little tube, and then you seal it and you pop it in this little box and send it off to Dublin, where they analyse it and they write back to you with the results. And what I'm going to do for the next, if this is back in time, this can take up to 6 weeks. So if it's back in time, then I might do a little video unveiling of my DNA results as a booktube video, or I might just include it in the next Ginwag. We'll see how we go. So that'll be interesting. So I've got to do that soon actually, because I want the results to come back before Christmas. Oh, so first of all as well, you have to put it in this little collection bag just to keep the results safe. Let's just sort this out. That's better, because it was getting a bit, I think it was getting a bit bright, wasn't it? Right, some channel plans for next year. Now, I was thinking about ways for channel improvement for next year. You may have noticed that I've launched now the series of Booker videos, which was an experiment. So I launched the first video looking back at the Booker. Well, it was an experiment, it was a pilot, because I didn't know how well it would do. I didn't know whether people would like it or not. I know I had a few people comment to say that they were looking forward to the series and look forward to seeing what it contained. But since I uploaded it, it's been very popular. So that's given me the confidence really because when you have no ideas for your channel, you do need people to get on board with it, and otherwise you haven't got really the incentive to carry on. So very pleased with the results. Thank you to all those that have commented on it and given it a thumbs up and watched it and liked it. So it's very encouraging. So I'm going to crack on with that series, and we're going to cover the whole lot. So that should give me about 4 years worth of videos. So whatever happens, I've got to stay on BookTube for the next 4 years, just so I can get this series of videos finished. And so I'm going to do one a month, and I'm going to do them in order. So the Booker Prize started in 1968. So the next video I'll do 1968, and then 69, 70, 71. We've done 72, so 73, and so on and so on. So the Booker Prize next year in 2018 is 50 years old. And I haven't heard yet what the book have planned to do in way of celebration. I know when they were 40, they did a Booker of Bookers, which I think was won by Salman Rushdie, Midnight's Children. I presume they're going to do something similar, or they're going to mark the occasion in some way. So that's the plans for that. So thank you for liking the Booker video. It's very encouraging. I'm going to carry on. And also I've got a couple of ideas for some original content in the channel. I'm already thinking what to do with Wilde Reads in the new year, and the channel keeps on growing and growing beyond whatever I ever expected it to do. I don't want to make this a silly thank you video, but thank you. Right, so what else have I got to talk about? So one of the original content pieces is I want to go around and meet and interview and make videos with some independent booksellers. It continually fascinates me the way that independent bookshops in this country and other countries compete against the online monster that is Amazon. It's a very risky business nowadays to open a bookshop, a bricks and mortar bookshop. So I want to get out and about and start interviewing first the people that run my favourite bookshops, and then a bit further afield, so I can make that a series. So it's Wilde Reads meets the booksellers or something like that. As it gets nearer the time for that, then I'll let you know. You may remember from previous Ginwag, number 2, I think the last one, I am planning a blog. So Wilde Reads will move online. It will stay on BookTube, but there'll be an online written blog. So that starts in the new year. Everything's been arranged. There's just some tech stuff. There's just some technical shenanigans that I've got to get my head around before that can officially launch. But so from January the 1st, hopefully there'll be a Wilde Reads written blog as well. What else have I got here? So I've got some notes. So a bookshelf tour, maybe. Would you be interested in seeing a bookshelf tour? There are loads of books in this house. So we've got a bookshelf here. There's a bookshelf in the hall. There's bookshelves in the dining room. There's lots of bookshelves upstairs. So if you'd like to see a bookshelf tour, but if you'd like one, then I'll make one. I'm brainstorming with you now. So what also I plan to do is a short series on my favourite authors and what got me into them. So you may or may not be aware, I have a little group of favourite authors that I like. So Oscar Wilde, for which, and someone asked me the other day actually, is your surname Wilde? No, my surname isn't Wilde. I chose the channel name because one of my favourite literary people is Oscar Wilde, and so hence the name Wilde Reads. So I'm going to do a series on favourite authors. So Ian McEwan, P.G. Wodehouse, Oscar Wilde, Sebastian Faulks maybe. Yes, there will be a series of videos sometime in the first half of next year on favourite authors. A Nonfiction November update. So as I'm filming this, we're about halfway through Nonfiction November. It's going really well. I'm really enjoying it. It's nice to take a break from fiction occasionally, and I have said in the past that I do use non-fiction as a bit of a palate cleanser, just to clear the head of fiction and stories and novels. David Storey. I want to talk to you about David Storey. Now, I mentioned on that first Booker video, I mentioned that one of the books that appealed to me from the shortlist, and there was only a shortlist of 4 books. One of the books that was shortlisted was called Passmore by David Storey. Now, I should have done this before I made the video, really, but what I discovered is, when I was looking into David Storey, I discovered that David Storey went on to win the Booker in 1976. Now, we'll cover that when we get to the Booker 1976 look back video. But it's just strange the way that one idea, one reading journey leads into another reading journey. And it's nice. It's nice to discover, I think, an author that you know you're going to connect with. and B, that he's got this back catalogue that you've yet to come across. And Lauren from Lauren and the Books was saying something very similar, because she recently discovered the work of Sarah Walters. She said that there's nothing better than discovering an author that you like and then having a back catalogue to wade through as well. So so David Storey sadly only died this year. He died back in March. So he's got a few books and they all seem very interesting. So I'm going to do a bit of digging on David Storey and order some of his books. Another thing that I wanted to mention is channel music. The music that I play on my channel, which is this, and the title page and everything, should I keep it or should I ditch it? Do you want me to keep that? I was going to put it in a poll. Not everyone that subscribes to this channel follows me on Twitter. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, then there's a link in the show notes, I think, to my Twitter feed. So if there isn't, then I'll make sure it is there. So by all means, I'd love to see you on Twitter. I'd love to have a conversation with you on Twitter. Music, intro, title screen. Is it too razzy or razzy? Is that a word? Basically, should I keep it or should I ditch it? And that is about it for a November Ginwag. I was going to mention something just before I made this video, just before I started filming this video. I saw a television programme and they had a rather horrifying statistic. Now, I don't know, I haven't checked the validity of this statistic or not, but basically what they said was that 1 in 5 school children leave school in this country, England, the United Kingdom, not knowing how to read. Now, I find that statistic shocking. 1 in 5 children. And I thought, well, and I thought about this before. Literacy is something that, childhood literacy, is something that people on BookTube, especially us, because we're probably people on BookTube, and not just the creators on BookTube, but the people who watch BookTube. I'm talking about BookTube as a community, not just creators, but viewers as well. Do we have a part to play in this? Is there anything that, as a reading community, is there anything we can do to combat illiteracy in this country and wherever you're watching this? So I know I've got a lot of viewers in the US. Is there anything we can do as booktubers and as a booktube community to tackle childhood illiteracy? Let me know your thoughts. It may be a subject that's too big for us to tackle, and it may be something that, and I don't want to go get all Jamie Oliver on this and start a crusade, but I was thinking that we as a community, we are surely the most voracious readers out there. And so as a community, can we do anything to combat this problem and this, because if those figures are correct, this is a big problem, and it needs to be addressed. And I know children have got more. I've got 2 children myself who are not great. Both of them are not great readers, because there are so many distractions nowadays that weren't there when I was a child. So, there's computer games, iPads, iPhones, other phones are available. You understand? What I'm saying is, what can we do about it? Can we do anything about it? Are we willing to do anything about it? So let me know your thoughts on that. Let's have a chat. So in the comments below, let's have a talk. I know I will apologise in advance, because I know I've been slower recently in responding to people's comments, which is unforgivable, and I apologise unreservedly. And I will try and be more responsive. I do, just I do read every single comment that appears on there, and I do try to respond within a suitable time frame, but I have been a bit lax of late, so I do apologise unreservedly for that, and I will endeavour to get to your comments quicker. Anyway, until the next time, whatever you're doing this week, enjoy your books, and I'll see you next time. I'm not sure, this is probably going out on a Wednesday, so I'll probably see you on Sunday for another BookTube video. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye.